We got a lot of stuff today, people. But this is how this next segment's going to hit everybody. It's just going to be an awakening. Welcome, everybody, NYMB Podcast. Kevin Hurd, Brian Sherrard, Joe Rogan, and Woke Mob today. Man, everybody, welcome to the show. It's gonna be a different type of show today. Because I'm gonna be angry at somebody that I love. We're on iTunes, we're on Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Wherever you find podcasts, you'll find NYMB Podcast. Of course, we're on the socials with the IG, Facebook, and the Twitter. And of course, we're live here on StreamYard and on YouTube. And we thank everybody for subscribing and for comments. Definitely had a lot of interaction last week on the show from a lot of people. We really appreciate all your input.
Yes.
But as the immortal Hulk Hogan would say, and I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan, except when he turned bad. So I was that fan. But as the immortal good Hulk Hogan,
you're a Hollywood movie.
I'm a Hollywood Hogan fan. Totally Hollywood Hogan.
All right.
As the regular old yellow and red Hulk Hogan would say, let me tell you something, brother. I wanted to start today off with college football because college football was so good yesterday. Like, so good.
Oh, really? I actually watched some games. I think I watched two games yesterday. Yeah. So, see, it was so good. Even Max loved it, man. So, yeah. But it's all good. It's all good, man. College football was good yesterday. I'm not really college football is cool, but there are only certain games that I can watch. And I found myself watching 2 or 3 games yesterday, so that was good. So yeah, we got to talk a little bit about college football. Yeah, how'd you want to get this one started?
Yeah, well, sorry about that. Dude, we'll break down college football. Some great games, some great even games that weren't between ranked teams. But we got to start this off with wordplay.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about. I grew up. I know you grew up watching like the Electric Company.
Yeah.
And Sesame Street.
Of course.
So in this day and age, and being a person who's very sarcastic, because everybody knows me, I'm very sarcastic.
You really?
Yeah, I know. Yes, me. Very sarcasm is my middle name. I should be on this show. It should be sarcasm, Kevin. But it's not Kevin. It's sarcasm. But when someone asks you a direct question, and I feel like there's more than one person to blame here, but it's really 98% of the person to blame here. And they ask you a direct question and you sidestep it. Just saying, oh, I'm this. And then you go on TV shows after everybody finds out about your so-called non-truth. And, you try to defend it some more. And you try to point the blame at other people. There's no blame other than to point at yourself. And I'm not talking about my favorite player, the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, who was on the COVID list this week. Even though people who have been vaccinated can get COVID. We all know that.
Right.
But are not immunized. So Joker, as I'll call him from now on, because he does look like the Joker with the last Joker that came out with Joaquin Phoenix, because he got the same hair. Almost got that same look a little bit. So I won't call him the Joker. If he played for the Vikings, it would be perfect. So the Joker decided, oh, they actually you vaccinated? And he's like, well, yeah, I'm immunized. And, I don't look down on people who aren't, blah, 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 as if it seems like he was vaccinated. Now, I didn't know the NFL had him on the unvaccinated list. I did not know that the Green Bay Packers basically weren't following protocols when it comes to him and not wearing masks during media interviews and so on and so forth. So I don't know if his teammates knew or everybody else knew, but everybody seemed under the assumption that he was vaccinated. Now, being vaccinated is a choice. I have no problem with that. I really don't. Kyrie came out and said it. As crazy as Kyrie seems to be in some cases, like Kyrie's like Kanye. If you feel that way, at least you're saying it. You're not. Kyrie doesn't hide anything.
Right.
Kyrie just comes out, even though you're like, what the heck did this dude just say? I don't agree with that at all. At least he says it. There's no wordplay with Kyrie.
Right.
I mean, that one semester at Duke, I'm sure it paid off somehow, right?
Right. At least we know where Kyrie stands, right?
Yes.
He lets us know where he stands, whether we agree with it or not. And before you go on, I just want to say we're on the same page here because, I've told you, and we've talked about this. For as much pro-vaccine I am, I'm also very pro-choice. So I agree that it's their choice to have the vaccine or not. So that is not the issue here. That is not the issue here. If you want to have the vaccine, fine. If you don't want to get it, that's your choice. Cool. All right, keep going.
Yeah, so when he came out with COVID, it was found out that he wasn't vaccinated. He tried to explain himself with, he's allergic to some of the ingredients. And believe me, as a person who's allergic to everything,
right.
I get that. But my whole thing is I would have said that at the start. Hey, I looked into it. I noticed that some of the things they have in Pfizer, they haven't, because believe me, that's what I was worried about. So I had my Benadryl ready when I went to get my Moderna, just to make sure I don't break out, because I was the breakout. Right. Okay.
Right.
I will break out. So I get that. But you're this media savvy individual. Maybe you try to be too savvy. Answer the question that's asked of you. Answer the question. Look, I would easily just be like, hey, I'm looking into it. I know I looked in some of the ingredients. I'm allergic to it. Stand by. I'm going to see what I can do to try to keep myself safe. That's it. And the media will probably ask you every week or whatever the case is, hey, what did you do? Of course, that's how the media is. I get it. But it's your stance. It's your truth. It's your reality. Not some, let me sidestep it with, I'm trying some old alternate thing and I talked to Joe Rogan about it. Joe Rogan. Because, Dr. Fauci, Joe Rogan, same degrees.
Right.
What? Like this, I don't know if he got hit too hard. I don't know. I mean, there's a little bit of Aaron that makes people angry because he is a sarcastic individual. But that's just who I am too. So I've always got into it. But one thing that I haven't done is sidestep questions and mislead people. What he tried to do was mislead people. And that's wrong. That is not someone, all those critics who basically don't like him, they came out of it. I don't know, believe me, they've been there, but they really came out of the woodwork. But I can't blame them. Yeah. You let yourself sit there in front of, and get judged because of your words and because you try to mislead people. And it's like, I didn't lie. Well, no, okay, you didn't lie, but you didn't answer the question.
No, he did lie. I'm going to say he did lie.
Which is fine. Because you know what? You know what the question was. And you know what? He lied. He easily lied because you knew what the question was and you sidestep it by adding this extra, I'm immunized, not vaccinated. Not saying you tried, not saying you tried. And again, I know this is a personal thing. This doesn't go, but this isn't a HIPAA thing because we all, at least for my job, I know we all had to get it. People that didn't want to get it had to get it. Or either that or you faced testing like 3 or 4 times a day. Did he get that? Was the NFL doing that to him?
Right.
So I blame them and the Packers as well because I feel like they were misleading because we always had a list like Cole Beasley or someone else that wasn't. We knew who these. Aaron Rodgers was never on that list.
No, it's just no. I think he was on the non-vaccinated list.
Yeah, but we didn't. I mean, like I said, Cole Beasley shouldn't be on anybody's front list of anything. But we knew about him. Why wouldn't we know about probably one of the biggest names in football?
It's just wrong, yo. Here's my problem. I had 3 problems with Aaron Rodgers in this situation. A, he lied and misled the media. B, I hate dudes, yo. Okay, let me tone it down.
You dislike?
Sorry. I don't hate. I don't hate.
Yes.
But I can't stand people who think they're the smartest person in the room, right? Who walk around with this smugness, thinking they're smarter than everybody else. Haha, I got one over on you. You're not as good as me, because it brings off this air of I'm better than you. Okay, yeah, you're a smart guy, you're an intelligent guy, no doubt about it. Yo, but the smugness that he has, man, and almost like he got over on everybody. I can't stand it. I cannot stand that. That annoys me so much. The fact that he lied and misled people, his smugness about this whole thing, and the final thing is just the whole victim mentality, right? He is not. He's acting like he's done absolutely nothing wrong, and he's blaming everybody else. You know, he blamed the media for apparently if they had asked me a follow-up question. Dude, they didn't ask you a follow-up question because you said you were immunized. You know what I mean? You misled them. Okay. So then, now you want to blame the woke mob all of a sudden for dude, the woke mob's about to cancel you. Nobody's trying to cancel you, man. Who
you canceled yourself, dude?
Yeah, nobody's coming after you. Nobody was coming after you. So you want to blame the woke mob? You want to blame you want to blame the media? You want to blame the NFL because you went to the NFL and you told them that you had your own treatments that you wanted to do. The NFL said no, but it's their fault. Where is he to blame in this? Where is he to blame? He has no accountability, man. And he walks around like he's better than everybody, like he knows more than everybody else, like he's smarter than everybody. I can't stand dudes this way. I can't stand people like that, man. And it's just wrong, yo. And the Packers are to blame for this.
Yeah.
The Packers are to blame, and I'm not excusing them. I'm not excusing them all, but I kind of understand why they had to tread lightly, because he already, has so much leverage in this relationship as it is anyway. You know what I mean? Like kind of, sort of, because I mean, at the end of the day, he came back. But you know what I'm saying? They had to tread lightly with him because, Aaron wasn't coming back and he was unhappy and he wants to leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you
use this against him, this is actually something you could use against him.
I know. But the thing is, if they enforce the proper rules with him and they come down hard, I guess he's just going to say, I'm just not going to play. You know what I mean? So I think in their eyes, they had to kind of walk on eggshells and tread lightly with this whole issue, which is bad too. All I know is this dude deliberately implied that he was vaccinated, right? Yep. And misled the media
by using different verbiage,
right? By you said, wordplay, like you said, that was deliberate. He did that on purpose, right? He did that on purpose. He was doing press conferences with no mask on around the media. You know what I'm saying? He's walking around, the facility with no mask.
He's the Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Of the NFL.
He's going to Halloween parties, dressing up like John Wick with no mask on. Yo, it's just wrong, man. And I know one thing: the NFL better come down hard on the Packers, and they better come down hard on Rodgers, man.
No, they're not going to.
Oh, they better. They better because they came down hard on the Titans last year, the Ravens last year, and all these other teams that had issues with COVID.
The thing is, I haven't heard anything.
They better.
I'm not disagreeing with you, because especially the Packers, because they didn't follow all the same protocols that other teams have been trying to do. Mm-hmm. Even speaking of not being vaccinated or not knowing, I mean, the quarterback of this city, but he was outspoken about it, and he talked about it, and whether we agree with it or not, it was the truth.
Right. Well, Lamar said it was a personal choice.
But I'm fine.
That's all you had to say. We get it. We know. Right.
That's it.
Right.
It's a personal choice. It's something that I really don't want to discuss, and we'll, hopefully, whatever. Okay, good.
With my family,
nobody can come in saying I'm immunized.
Right. Dude, you purposely said that, and then you're gonna blame the media for not asking a follow-up question more about it, even though they actually did. He's a joke. He's a joke, man. I just don't like when these people are totally in the wrong and then blame everybody else like they're victims, like they're the victims. It just pisses me off, man.
Yeah,
it pisses me off.
No, not happy with my boy. So
I'm done. I'm done with that dude. I'm getting rid of State Farm. I'm calling my State Farm agent.
I mean, what is Jake gonna do? I don't know. This dude had, and he already lost a sponsorship with one of the local healthcare healthcare facilities in Green Bay, in Wisconsin.
Good.
Yeah, because they're like, if you're not going to follow, we do science here. Yeah. So since you don't want to listen to it, but you want to listen to Joe Rogan.
And that's the other thing. Let's talk about that real quick. You consulted Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Dude, we have
Joe Rogan, PhD, I guess, right?
So we have we have doctors and scientists that have been tackling this and working on this for almost 2 years now.
But I mean, Joe Rogan.
Somebody who does a podcast?
Well, I mean, he could have called us.
Right. Call me.
Yeah. No.
Rogan?
He was my favorite player. He needs to call me, not you.
Oh, my gosh.
I would have answered the phone. I'd be like, hey, Ron. I was like, listen, you're my favorite player. You need to go. You need to take the Moderna. You'll be fine. I'm allergic to everything. I was good, okay? You're going to be okay. So that's exactly, but it didn't work out that way. And that dude went and took whatever he decided to take. And this whole thing, why are you taking something that you don't even know anything about? You don't know anything about. What science did you look up about this other thing? You know what I'm saying? Like when there's all this documentation on stuff going on with the actual, shots that you need to take. What is this other thing?
Because he's smart. He's smart. He's smarter.
He asked Joe Rogan. He's so smart. He asked Joe Rogan. Like, okay.
I don't even know what else to say, man. I'm done because
right now, I have to now pick my new favorite player in the NFL.
Oh, just so you know, the Lamar Jackson bandwagon is accepting passengers.
Yep. Definitely will not be anybody wearing purple unless it's Dalvin Cook. Okay. It's only going to be Dalvin. Now, I support Dalvin naturally due to him and being a Florida State player. So, I was like, should it be a quarterback? Should it be someone named Aaron? And I'm going to have to pick my favorite player in the NFL right now is going to be Aaron Donald. I think I'm sticking with the Aaron. Okay. All right. I'm going to go on the defensive side instead of offensive side this time. I like the University of Pittsburgh. He's got the same Ron name, but just he's going to wear it prouder.
Yeah.
Okay? So Aaron Donald, new favorite player, defensive end, Los Angeles Rams.
I like that, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my new favorite guy. So so away from Ron. And speaking of more bad news. The Braves won the World Series.
Let me tell you something, brother. Remember when I told you I wasn't going to watch 1 second of this World Series?
You lied.
I did lie because I watched Game 6.
You just as bad as Aaron.
No,
you didn't look at it. You quickly viewed it.
Yes,
so, that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to make up alternate words to everything. You lightly viewed the show.
I lightly viewed it. Thank you. Yes. But no, I actually watched the entirety of Game 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the Astros go down, man. I wanted to see them go down, and it was a good game. It was a good game.
I came to the conclusion that this was a lose-lose for me anyway.
Yeah,
honestly, just there's their first title in 20 whatever years. It's tough. It's tough because again, I was 10 last time my team won the World Series. We were there 6 years ago. You know what I mean? And there's no way the Royals should have won anything. And we haven't been back there since. So it's painful to watch the Dodgers. I mean, no, this is painful. Literally, Nationals, Dodgers, Braves. Like it's for a Mets fan, it's like just if you threw in the Phillies, that'd be it. So it's it's tough, but congratulations, they won this World Series. The Astros didn't lose it. They outplayed, out-hit, outran, outpitched at the Astro World.
Yeah, they outwitted, they outplayed, and outlasted.
There you go. You know, so and at the end, the Astros got voted off. So, and man, that Solar kid though, those rockets he hit, that ball, I think landed in Ludacris's yard. I mean, that thing was launched.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I'm sorry. All right. So I've been dealing with like heartburn lately. All right. So congratulations to the Astros for losing.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
And that's as far as I can go.
I like that.
So, yeah, that's good. All right. Let's go to something that I really do enjoy and love, please. Because these last two things were rough on me.
Oh, Ravens football?
I will cut this show off right now. Too even. Gosh. What was I say? This threw me off. So yesterday was, this is the first week the BCS rankings came out.
Oh, dude.
So the BCS rankings came out this past Tuesday. And usually after the first rankings come out, there's usually carnage. Well, let me tell you something, brother. There was carnage this week. It was everybody basically in the top 25 had a tough game, except for number 1 Georgia. They steamrolled Missouri 43-6. Number 2 Alabama. They should have lost that game.
Oh man, I fell asleep during the game. That was one of the games I watched.
Yeah, I mean LSU had the ball, first and goal, 14-20, and they could not score. And they had multiple chances, couldn't get the ball. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get in. So they ended up losing that game to Alabama. They struggled. Number 4, Oregon struggled. There was a rivalry game between them and Washington, but they came out and they won that game. Ohio State struggled to get past Nebraska, 26-17. Tulsa tried to pull upset against Cincinnati, but Cincinnati pulled that game out 28-20.
Can we talk about Cincinnati real quick?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So does Cincinnati have a gripe? I mean, do they have a valid point about being number 6?
No.
Why not?
Their schedule.
Okay, so here's the problem I have, right? If you're not, because we see this every year, right? There's a team that's like undefeated, who's not in one of the Power 5 conferences, who have a light schedule, but their schedule is partly light because they in the conference that they play in, right? I feel like they get penalized. You know what I mean? I feel like these teams get penalized for not being in one of the Power 5 conferences, but yet we can't. Yeah. So my thing is, so if you're going to do this, to Cincinnati, right? If you're not going to put them in the top 4, then expand it. Because these teams, no, don't shake your head. Don't shake your head.
First of all,
don't shake your head.
I can do whatever I feel like I want to do. I can shake my head if I want.
Don't shake your head because you're absolutely right. It's your choice. It's your body. It's your choice.
Exactly. Thank you. That's why you just said that. Then you tell me, okay, Aaron, there you go. There you go. Telling me, you can do it all of a sudden. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
But just hear me out. Hear me out, Hurt.
I hear you, but I know where you're going.
If I'm Cincinnati, what am I playing for? What's the point? Like, really, what's the point? My thing is, okay, we get it. You're not in the SEC, you're not in the ACC, you're not in the Big Ten, and all that. I get that. But I feel like these players deserve to have a chance for the title. If you're undefeated, if you have somewhat of a decent, well, I can't even say they had a decent out-of-conference schedule, but you're undefeated. We know you're not in those conferences, but at least give these players a shot. All I'm saying is, expand the playoffs by another 4 games, so at least these teams that are on the fringe at least have a shot. Give them a chance. They don't get it. My thing is they don't have a chance. Boise State, when they were on their run, they never had a chance. Okay, all we heard is they're not as good as these teams. You know what? Maybe they're not, but at least give them a chance. At least give them the opportunity to play these top teams and give them a shot. That's all I'm saying. Because it's like, if that's the case, then what's the point? There's no point. There is absolutely no. If you're just going to let Ohio State and Michigan and Alabama and Clemson and all these other teams, Georgia, just make the top 4 every year, that's boring. That is boring. We had Clemson, Alabama for like 4 years in a row. That's boring. Yes, they deserve it, but it's boring. All I'm saying is shake it up, give some of these lower schools a shot. You know what I'm saying? The Central Floridas and the Boise States and the Cincinnati's. Give them a shot. If they lose, fine, but at least give them a shot. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they're going to get their shot. That's the whole thing.
When?
No, this season. All it is, because this is the first BCS ranking, right? They're going to rank the teams 1 through 4. Cincinnati's number 6. They're on the outside. What's going to happen ahead of them? Carnage.
True.
Which of course, I still need to go see Carnage. Let there be Carnage. But still, so speaking of Cincinnati, they won. I'll go down the rest of the list real quick.
Okay.
Michigan beat Indiana. Notre Dame over Navy. OK State beat West Virginia. What else? Auburn lost to Texas A&M. BYU won. Ole Miss won. Who else? NC State beat Florida State. Shocking. Not really. Wisconsin should be a top 4.
I feel like Michigan should be top 4 when they lost so much, didn't go.
And Iowa won. So
what happened with Michigan?
He said, I feel like Michigan should be top 4, and when they lose so much, it didn't go their way against Michigan State. They lost. They shouldn't be in. How are you going to be in the top 4 when you lost to last week? By the way, you can't be in the top 4 if Michigan State's number 3. How is Michigan going to be top 4? You can't be. So let's go with the upsets real quick.
Okay.
So speaking of carnage, what's going to happen is all those teams ahead of Cincinnati, or those teams that can pass Cincinnati, could lose. Michigan State went on the road, lost at to the Spoiler Makers, 40-29. Purdue, who has the most wins against top 10 teams, those upsets as an unranked team in college football, beat Michigan State. So Michigan State's going to fall below Cincinnati. Ohio State, like I said, they survived Nebraska. The only thing Cincinnati needs to do too, and they had their one good win, which is against Notre Dame, so Notre Dame won't pass them. But they can't be struggling against a 3-5 Tulsa team at home. Like, you can't do that. So you do need to play a little bit. I mean, that's still tough. People look at style points matter in some cases, so you do need to keep going on your schedule. But I honestly, they go undefeated. I'm not worried about them.
Okay.
Wake Forest lost at North Carolina. Yeah,
58-55 or something.
Yeah, indoor arena game, 58-55. That was an upset. We had Baylor losing on the road at TCU, who just lost their coach after 21 years. He was fired, but they rallied. The Fighting Horned Frogs upset Baylor 30-28. As I stated, Auburn went on the road, lost at Texas A&M. Mississippi State went on the road, and they missed 3 field goals. Used 2 different kickers, lost 28-31 to Arkansas. Tennessee went to Kentucky and won 45-42 as an upset. Illinois went on the road and beat Soda.
That was one of the games I watched, Hurt. I actually watched that game.
Oh, I don't know why, but okay. 14-16. Iowa barely escaped Northwestern, 17-12. Boise State, who is now over 500 for the first time this year, beat Fresno State 40-14 in an upset. And number 25 Pitt beat Duke, and number 24 San Diego State beat Hawaii.
Okay.
So, and Penn State beat Maryland.
I was about to say
for the 49th time.
But I will say that the final score is misleading. That 31-14 score is very misleading. It was a close game, like the whole way through until the very end. I don't believe in moral victories, and not to say yesterday was one, but I'm just going to say I am proud of the Terps. They hung in there. Man. They just couldn't. Man, they defensively. They played really well, man. It was such a close game. I mean, it was 14-6 for a long time, man.
Yeah, and then Penn State scored 17 in that last quarter.
Yeah, and one of which was a pick 6 when Maryland was driving. So, I mean, that was a 17-point swing right there. But But no, man, it was my Terps they played better, but they need a signature win under Mike Loxley. They gotta beat someone. I mean, they still
believe me, they're gonna have chances.
Well, they play Michigan later this year. They play Rutgers.
I think that next week is Michigan State. So they're at Michigan State, who's going to feel kind of upset losing.
Yeah, we're not winning.
Then the next week is Michigan. Yeah. Then Rutgers the end of the season. So if they win one of those games, they'd be bowl eligible.
Well, they got to beat Rutgers, man. I mean, that's the only way because they're not beating anybody else. But anyway, way to hang in there, Terps. Well, we got to punch a win out. We gotta actually win. We gotta actually beat somebody, man.
Yep. In other conference news, James Madison, which is currently in Colonial, the CAA Colonial Athletic Association, I believe it's called, which is the same conference as Towson is leaving, and will be joining the Sun Belt Conference in Division I football.
Oh,
so
really?
It will be in FBS in the next 2 years. There's a transition period, and they will be joining the Sun Belt. They're one of the top teams in the football championship playoff subdivision, as they won the last title, I think, in 2016. But they've always been a powerhouse, and good for them. They'll be joining Old Dominion there as well. So Old Dominion, who transferred over to Division I, the old Division I as they used to call it, has been doing well. So congrats to the Dukes of James Madison, because they're moving on up. So good for them. So yeah, man. So I'm not worried. The reason I'm not worried about Cincinnati is if they keep winning, everybody else is going to keep losing. Because everyone who's supposed to jump over them is going to lose eventually. That's the whole thing. Just the way this is how it works. Alabama's ahead of them. They got to play Georgia. If they make it to the SEC championship game. Who else was ahead? Michigan State's going to drop below them now because.
Well, because when Maryland beats Michigan State, that'll take care of that. Yeah,
sure. Oregon may stay up. Depends. Ohio State's got to play Michigan. Ohio State also has their championship game. Michigan has to play. They have a loss, but they still have to play Ohio State. They still may have to play. And all these teams will end up that Wake Forest wasn't a chance they were going to pass them. Oklahoma, because they're still undefeated, and who was ranked below Cincinnati, by the way. So Oklahoma, a Big 5 team, was ranked below Cincinnati. So they were number 8. Cincinnati was number 6, and Oklahoma's undefeated. So that's a big step as well. They still had to play Oklahoma State, a lot of good teams. On their schedule, Oklahoma does. So as long as Cincinnati, and let me look at their schedule real quick, as well as their conference championship game, they have USF. That should be a win. SMU could be tricky, but it's at home. SMU was ranked recently. And then they're at East Carolina. Then after that is just the championship game, which will probably be against Houston. So, and they played Houston earlier. They didn't play. What's Houston on their schedule? Oh, wait, am I missing a game? Hold on a second. No, did they not play? How did they not play Houston? Anyway, so they end up playing Houston, probably in their championship game. It's weird, though, that they're in the same conference, but they didn't play each other. Oh. That's just me. But, yeah, so, and that'll be a big win for them because, again, beating Notre Dame. Just look, Miami of Ohio, Murray State. I mean, Indiana was good, but you know how Indiana is now, so it doesn't look like as impressive as we thought. Notre Dame was good. Temple, UCF, Navy, Tulane, Tulsa. So that's but they keep winning. They will be in the top 4 and they will go. I'm not worried about it.
I get your point, Hurt. All I'm saying is I just wish some of these smaller teams would just get a shot. I like I said, not to say, you know what I mean. I just want these teams to feel like they have something to play for. That's all.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
but they're going to get it, and they will be in that college football playoff. All they got to do is keep winning.
Okay.
They will not be left out.
Okay.
All right. So on to the pros, shall we say?
Yeah, man.
So
let's talk some NFL, man. First of all, I just want to get your thoughts on the whole Odell Beckham Jr. situation. What do you think about his release, and where do you think he's going to go?
I honestly didn't really look into his dad sending the tape to, I don't know, social media. I missed that whole story. Like, I was just concentrating on other things, so I really don't know what happened there.
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to say what happened was his dad supposedly made a video, 11-minute video of all the games this season showing Odell Beckham getting open and Baker not throwing them the ball. I watched the video. There's no way his dad did that, Joe. There's no way his dad did that.
I mean, unless his dad can break down film. I mean, I don't know. You know,
he might be able to break down film, but it took a lot. It took a lot of editing. I mean, because he even highlighted where Odell was on the screen and highlighted him being. I was like, ain't no way his dad. But okay, maybe all right. I think Odell did that joint and gave that to his dad, or somebody did. But anyway, whatever. But once that came out, dude, he was done. Come on now, you can't be doing no stuff like that. Like,
no, I mean, I guess if your daddy did it, we gonna say, all right, thanks, daddy. I mean,
yeah, dad did it.
I mean,
but once that came out, yo, he
obviously, it probably was Jarvis Landry. To be honest with
you. Yeah, but look. I don't know what the disconnect is there. I don't know why Baker didn't throw to him a lot, and when he did. And when he did, he didn't seem to be able to hold on to the ball. I don't know what the disconnect was there, but he's gone. Hey, better for my division. That's all I had to say. But I don't know. It was an interesting situation, man. But do you think this puts, now that Odell is gone, do you think this puts more pressure on Baker?
Yeah. So he's got to perform better, because then if he keeps performing the way he's been performing this season, they'll look at him as the reason. They won't look at anyone else. So Baker puts more pressure on him that he needs to do better and play better. Because what are they currently, third or last in the division?
They are, I believe they either 4-3 or 4-4. But yeah, they are. No, Jaden, no. Odell to the Ravens. Why? First of all, we don't need. Dude, we have 7 wide receivers right now. Why do we need Odell Beckham? Why please explain to me why you would want Odell Beckham. He's a distraction. He's a headache. I don't need Odell coming up to Lamar telling him about give me the ball. Like, nah, man. Nah.
No, that's not a match made in heaven.
Nah. But where do you well, real quick before I go on with Odell, this puts, like you said, more pressure on him. Cleveland is 4-4 and they play the Bengals on the road today. If you are the Browns, what are you doing? What are you doing with Baker? I guess they picked up his 5th-year option. Do you sign him long term? Because I don't want to pay $40 million for this.
I mean, the dude is wonderful in commercials. I ain't gonna lie about that. I mean, he's got good commercial savvy. He's been kind of like that guy that they do love or hate, or kind of both in Cleveland. It's tough. I honestly, knowing the Browns, well, at least the old Browns, they probably will sign him to some kind of extension. But I don't know if I don't know if he's a guy.
I don't know if I'm the Browns. I've been thinking about this. Like, what do they do? I'm not saying Baker's a bad player, but I don't know if I'm the Browns, if I want to commit myself to this guy for that much money. But then if you don't, where are you going to go? But man, that's a very hard question to me. If I'm the Browns, that's a tough question. That, to me, that is a tough question. He does a good job running the offense, but I just feel like if you're going to pay somebody that much money, they got to be a difference maker. And I don't think Baker's a difference maker, man. I don't. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they got the same amount of production from Case Keenum if Baker were to go down and weren't able to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think Baker has a little bit more magnificence, as I say. He's got more arm talent than Case Keenum.
Okay. He's got more swagger hurt.
Yeah, he's got definitely. Case Keenum ain't got no kind of swagger. He never will. That dude don't. He's the opposite of swagger. Baker does. I honestly don't know what's best for his team, but going forward, but I honestly feel like they do need to see if Baker can get better.
Yeah.
So
where do you see Odell going? How's Odell a distraction? Are you serious?
I think he's serious.
Any normal small receiver will want to leave if he wasn't getting the ball. Well,
Odell, the problem with Odell and him being in my division for as long as he was and as good as he was of him and Eli, you know, if you are running around and you're not getting open, that's fine. But the problem is you're kicking the ball in the net, you're taking your helmet off. There's always something when it comes to Odell.
Right, you're wearing watches on the field.
Yeah, whether it's a comment or doing too much, usually it's just the doing too much. It's extra. You still don't get that from other stars. You hear anything from Devontae Adams? Like literally anything from Devontae Adams?
Nope.
Anything from Devontae? DeAndre?
Nope.
I mean, he gives his ball to his mom. I mean, there's star wide receivers who are out there. If they're frustrated, it stays in the house.
Right.
You know, so Odell is more, you know, everything with Odell is bigger. It's just more. So
yeah, he has to be the center of attention.
Yeah, but I have the perfect team for Odell.
Okay. I have a team too, but what's your team?
It's the Las Vegas Raiders.
You know what? I didn't think about that, but you are absolutely right.
It's
especially with Ruggs.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, with that unfortunate, horrible, terrible situation, they're losing a receiver that way, whatever. We're not even going to talk about it. But just to me, Las Vegas fits Odell.
Dude, you are absolutely right. I don't know. Man, Hurt.
And
that's why you're here, Hurt. You know, that's exactly why you're here. Because, dude, I never even thought. But yes, dude, that's the perfect fit.
What were you thinking?
Dolphins. I think the Dolphins should pick them up because they have zero.
Well, he did use the word he wants to go to a contender.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have any say. And I mean,
but if you pick him up, it's not like he has the sign there, right?
Did he clear waivers?
No, he clears waivers Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Okay.
So
if he wants to get paid, you saying he don't have to sign. If he wants to get paid, he's going to show up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, when you got money, would you? I mean, why would?
Wait. So you're going to not go to the Dolphins because you don't want to play for them? You don't want to get paid? Like, I don't understand.
But what is? I guess. Okay, so you already put it out there, knowing that you could be claimed by anybody, right? That you want to play for a contender. So you don't want Washington picking you up.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is you don't. But what do you like more, money or
an opportunity to win? That money, maybe. I don't know. And maybe for him,
if a team claims you, you know.
But to me, if I'm okay, so if I'm going to let's just pick my team. I'm not even going to pick anybody else.
Wait, breaking news, real quick before you move on. Just got an alert here. The NFL is looking into Aaron Rodgers for not wearing a mask at press conferences and going to teammates' Halloween party. Ian Rappaport is reporting. I just wanted to let.
How did they not know? They already knew this. They already seen pictures. You just get into it this week.
I'm just telling you the NFL is now looking. Remember, we were just talking about is the NFL.
Yeah, but he's been doing that, and if they knew it, all of a sudden now, see that's why the NFL gets on my nerves. You've been known this, so now you want to save face. Like let's get our name.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like hey, we're gonna look at this now. Yeah. When you should have known about it already.
Right.
Anyway,
sorry, I didn't mean to digress too much.
No, that's fine.
That was breaking news.
But if I'm OBJ, and yes, I have, and say I do have money, and maybe I'm comfortable sitting out the season because to me he never struck me as a dude that's not comfortable not sitting out a season. Why would I go play for Washington? Washington picks me up. I want to play for a contender. Their quarterback is maybe iffy. The team is iffy. Yes, they have other people there. Why would I go and just play and I'm not going anywhere and maybe get hurt to screw me for next season? That's the way I look at it, honestly.
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. I'm just
like, I know you're looking at
how do you not get paid? Like this dude has certain guarantees.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's obviously okay with it. He himself said, OBJ wants to join postseason contender. That's what sources said, right?
Okay.
So he already knows that anybody could pick him up. Okay. But he wants to go someplace where he can win and wants to spend the rest of the season with a playoff contender and in the winning environment.
Okay, real quick. Odell Beckham is making $15.5 million this year. We have 10 games left in the season, which means he's probably going to make about $9 million. You think this guy's going to turn down $9 million, Hurt? Are you serious?
It says if a team that does not fit his criteria claims Beckham and his $7.25 million remaining on his contract, there could be potential issues for that team, according to a source. Okay. Although it is unclear.
Okay, I stand corrected. I guess $7.2 million is a drop in the bucket to this guy. I'm sorry.
It is. But as it stands, it says 9 teams have over $7.25 million in salary cap space. They are the Jaguars, the Eagles, Broncos, Seahawks. Oh, that would be fun. Panthers, Chargers, Steelers, Bengals.
The Steelers,
the Bengals, and the Washington football team.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, apparently they did kind of rework his contract so that he would be more not desirable, but where he wouldn't be a hindrance for teams trying to pick him up too. I don't know the specifics of that, but they did kind of rework his contract as well. So. Yeah,
but it said if he clears waivers, which multiple team execs said over the weekend is likely outcome, he'd be able to sign with any team.
Yeah, if he clears waivers, yeah.
So
okay, all right. Well, Hurt, let's get to our picks, man, because I know you have.
It's not on yet. I can miss the first 10 minutes, maybe.
Okay, all right. Well, let's get to our picks, man. Well, actually, before we get to our picks, let's just talk about last week, the weekend review.
We gotta start with that. So, basically, everything went. You were terrible last week.
Both of us were terrible last week.
No, you were horrible. I was bad. It's wordplay, remember? I was bad. You were horrible.
Dude, it seems like every pick I got last week was wrong except my own pick.
Yep. So Green Bay beat Arizona. That was a Thursday night game.
Yeah, that was a Thursday night.
Carolina beat Atlanta. I think we both picked Atlanta.
We both picked the Falcons.
Buffalo beat Miami, but I said it was going to be close. It was.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, it was like 3-3 in the fourth quarter. So
yeah, I think we both picked Chicago.
We both picked Chicago.
And San Francisco won. I picked Pittsburgh. You picked Cleveland.
Yes.
Pittsburgh won that one.
Yeah.
We both picked Detroit, and OMG.
You know what?
What had happened?
How do you get beat like that at home, man? Come on.
Because they're too busy trying to bite off kneecaps, I guess. I don't know what Dan Campbell was saying.
Oh,
Washington lost to Denver, which that shouldn't have happened, but that's besides the point. I think you picked Indy.
Yeah.
I picked Tennessee. Tennessee won overtime. It was close, but big in that game.
Yeah, that's why we didn't even talk about that. Man, so much happened, but the whole Aaron Rodgers stuff overshadowed everything. Yeah, man. Derrick Henry's possibly more than likely out for the year. Man, that changes everything. I mean, the Titans are 6-2 right now.
Yeah.
And that was a horrible interception that Carson Wentz threw.
It was bad. It was bad. And Mike White has been playing well, so I do agree with that, Jay.
Dude, I'm with you. Mike White is the guy, man. Like for real. And how horrible it is for the Jets, man. Mike White is playing good, man. He's making good decisions. He's throwing touchdowns. He's doing his thing. And then on a nice touchdown pass to an open receiver, man. He bought the game the 14-7, but he got hurt on that play, man. He got hurt and he couldn't finish the game. So we had to see the great Josh Johnson, who we haven't seen. They dusted him out. Man, we haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, we saw Josh Johnson. come in. But my thing is, why didn't Joe Flacco play? I was hoping to see Joe.
It was the street clothes, but Josh Johnson came in and had like 3 touchdowns, and I was like, "Wait, what happened?" Because they started coming back in that game, but I was like 3 touchdowns anyway.
Yeah, he made the game respectable, but
yeah. So what else?
Well, the biggest surprise of the week were the
besides the Jets beating Cincinnati, that was this big.
Yeah,
that was one of the big surprises.
Yeah, the Ravens did nothing and got back in first place, so that was awesome.
Yeah. New England beat Chargers. I had the Chargers. Seattle over Jacksonville. We had that. I did not see New Orleans beating Tampa.
No, I had Jacksonville.
Oh, you did. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Again, yours was horrible. Mine was bad. We both had Tampa. We both were wrong on that.
Yep.
I thought Minnesota, because I knew they were going to play a backup quarterback, were going to lose. But Minnesota was going to win with the backup quarterback, but they didn't. So thanks nothing to the worst purple team in the NFL. And KC barely, like when I say barely got by. Scraped by the Giants.
The Giants, yeah, dude. I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, but something ain't right. Real quick, going back to the Minnesota Dallas game, real quick. Cooper Rush, his first start, he threw over 300 yards, something like that. And he had this was pretty cool, but he hadn't done that since Dallas Cowboys quarterback Gary Huckleboom. Did it in his first start.
I love Gary. This is one of my favorite. Him and Danny White.
Was one of your favorite what?
Tell Jaden that he's going to get deleted from this chat.
I didn't even put. That's why I didn't even put that up. But what were you saying about Gary Huckleboom?
Yeah, one of my favorite quarterbacks of that team.
Well, when I saw Gary Huckleboom, I got excited because not only is he a Dallas Cowboy quarterback in the 80s, but he's also he's like a survivor icon. So I shouldn't say he's not an icon. I shouldn't say icon, but he's a notable survivor player from season 10, season 11 of Survivor, I should say. Survivor Guatemala. And
I almost thought you were going to say guacamole. I don't know why. I was like, Survivor guacamole.
Yeah, so when I saw Gary Huckleboom, that's the first thing I thought about was, Survivor, yeah. So we had Mike White, who came in second place for Survivor, David versus Goliath, one of my favorite seasons, and Gary Huckleboom, even though that's not the same Mike White. Anyway, hey, look, man, I love Survivor references, so especially when I get Survivor crossed with football, oh, man, I love that, man. So,
definitely.
But anyway, getting back to football, I don't know how the Chiefs, dude, the Chiefs were at home. It's a Monday night game. Yo, what's going on with Mahomes? Something's not right, Hurt.
Yeah, honestly, I think, I think there's an issue with all the quarterbacks from State Farm this year.
Yeah.
He's off. I mean, the other ones out here lying. He's not looking good. I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs, but man, they are not. They're not who we thought they were. They're not who we thought.
No. Let's see what happened.
Oh wow. I want to know where Jaden does his research, because he obviously does better research than all of us.
I know. Wait up. Did y'all know somebody bet $1,000 on Mike White leading the league in passing yards for week 8? And what? Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, what? I'm going to make a bold prediction of who's going to lead the league in passing yards this week. So let's do our week 9 breakdown. Break it down.
All right. Let's do week 1. All right.
Because sometimes I leave off people, so I'm just going to go in order.
All right, let's go.
It doesn't matter. I don't even know if my team playing this week. Wait, do we have a bye week this week? Thank God.
Okay. Y'all don't buy this week.
Woo, good. We can't lose today.
The teams on bye are the Lions, the Seahawks, the Buccaneers, and the Washington football team.
Wow, only one of those teams is good. So NFL's missing just one good team out of those 4. All right, so let's start off with the Barney Bowl. The I love you, you love me. We're a happy purple family.
Yeah, this is going to be, man, you got to watch this game. You're going to see a lot of purple, man.
Yeah, no. Only reason I would watch the game is for Dalvin Cook. That's it. And that's the only person I care about on either team. But we're going to start off with this game. Soda, Baltimore. It's almost like Minnesota facing Maryland. Who you got?
Originally, I was going to pick the Vikings.
Stop.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. Only because the Ravens coming off a bye are very good. I think they're like 10-3 all time under Harbaugh coming off a bye. However, I have a bad feeling about this game. However, I have a bad feeling about this game, but I'm gonna pick my team. I really don't want to. I had a bad feeling about the Cincinnati game. I got a bad feeling about this game. But I am going to pick the Ravens in a Justin Tucker field goal win.
I do not have a bad feeling about this game. I have no feeling about this game. Baltimore is going to win because that other team cannot beat a backup quarterback at home. They're terrible. They're horrible. Their quarterback does not come up in big situations, and he's not going to come up in one today. Yes, they have Justin Jefferson and the threat to your secondary and all that good stuff, but they have to play a really, really good game defensively to sit here and stop, Lamar, and I just don't see him doing it. So, and I don't know if any of your running backs are healthy, but there's one running back that you have that used to play for Minnesota, might have a point to prove if he's healthy today.
I hope so.
Yeah, so I have Baltimore.
Okay.
We have the battle of the 4 and 4s. We got New England at Carolina. Who you got?
Come on. I'm taking Mac Jones and them New England Patriots, man. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a no-brainer for me. This got to be Mac Jones. Plus, I don't know who's quarterbacking for Carolina, but they're both not good.
Yeah.
So I got New England in this. Too bad this isn't the Cam Newton Bowl, but that's been going. Another 1 p.m. game, some good 1 p.m. games here. We got, as we say, the OBJ-less Browns facing Cincinnati coming off a humiliating loss to the Jets. Who you got?
I'm gonna pick the Browns.
Yeah. I'm the Browns coming off a home loss to Pittsburgh, Cincinnati coming off to a road loss to the Jets. Both these teams are kind of limping into this game. I like adding insult to injury, but this is the AFC North. Crazy things happen. Cleveland should win this game. I'm just going to go with Cincinnati because I want them to win. We got Denver at Dallas.
Ugh, this is going to be ugly, Hurt. There will be blood, Hurt. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, this is not going to be good for the Broncos today, man.
Nope. I have Dallas winning. Dallas, who is 5-1, 6-1?
They're 6-1, and
6-1.
The crazy man. I'm sorry, Hurt. I gotta say it. After today's game, people are gonna build them up as the best team in the NFC.
I mean, after today's game, they started that 3 weeks ago. Just kidding. Come on now.
But now that they're going to be 7-1, and
but you know what? The thing that's helping them out, even besides, they do have good offensive tools. Their defense has stepped up. You can't say that they haven't.
That's what
their defense has stepped up, and that's made them who they are. So,
yeah, that's the difference.
And they're definitely I have them winning today.
Yep.
Buffalo at Jacksonville.
Next.
I got Buffalo. I guess you got Buffalo.
Yes.
The battle of the 1 and 7s. Yeah, Houston at Miami.
I do this every week. Every week.
Is Rudy going to this game?
No, he's not going to this game. I don't blame him. Actually, he probably should go to this game because they should win this game. But we may be getting Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor is healthy. He's active. So he's back for this game. Tyrod, and I was told through my sources, Tyrod Taylor's like 6-1 against the Dolphins or something.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at, so right now I got a list of all the games up. I got the I got the odds and everything. For the Dolphins, they have the ticket prices. Dude, you can buy $9. $9. You could buy if you want to go to the Dolphins game, you can get a ticket for $9. That's how bad it is in Miami. I said this last week. I truly thought the Dolphins were going to be. I think it was Atlanta or some team they were playing. No, that was the week before when they played the Falcons. They played the Bills last week. I didn't think they were going to win that. I really thought they were going to be Atlanta because I was like, if they don't beat Atlanta, somebody's getting fired. If they lose to the Texans, Joe, come on, man. They can't lose this game, right?
I got Houston.
I'm picking the Dolphins.
I got Houston.
Oh, but let me say this in advance. Can I say this in advance? The Thursday night game?
No, we got to get to that first.
Okay, all right, okay.
All right. Okay, Atlanta going against New Orleans, who did lose Jameis. Oh, speaking of Jameis, and I got an issue with this too. If you horse collar tackle a player and they're hurt and they're out, you should be, as the defensive player, you should be suspended the same amount of time. Well, not the same amount of time. My bad. No, because he's out for the season. You should miss like 1 or 2 weeks. Because it's illegal. It causes, as we know, season-ending injuries. And as a defensive player, you need to miss like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it sucks, but
because it doesn't even quantify.
I know
it does not quantify, and you need to be out at least 2 weeks. That because they lost their quarterback for the season, and you get to play next week. No, I don't like it.
Okay,
no, you need to incentivize that out of the league. So, in saying that, I think New Orleans is going to win this game at home. They're going to rally, and Atlanta's just not that great. I mean, I know they got a weapon now. Kyle Pitts is coming alive. You know, that dude's like a receiver. It seemed like. I know they lost Ridley, but I think New Orleans is winning this game.
I take that back. I mean, it's funny. I disagree. I'm taking the Falcons.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. We have a comment here. Even though we all hate the media for loving the Cowboys, they won every game, and the only game they didn't win was a game when they drive by Brady. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
So, I mean, the Cardinals have 1 loss. Packers have 1 loss. We don't talk about the Cardinals. No one cares about this team, Jaden. Okay? I was going to say it out there. No one cares. They're a good team. They proved it last week. I can't say that they didn't. They proved it last week without their backup. But I don't hate the media for loving them. I don't like the team. They're ratings. I'm not saying that everybody knows that team is ratings, but they didn't win. They lost. You lose. And some of those games they scrapped by. So it's not like they blew everybody out. So either way, they still have 1 loss, and if a healthy Dak there, their defense still plays the same. The division's won already. Let's just call that. I call that last year. They won a division.
Oh wow!
What happened?
Kind of breaking news. The Ravens were trying to trade for Xavier Howard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ian Rappaport reported that the Ravens really were trying to get hold on, let me see. They were trying to get Xavier Howard before the trade deadline. Wow. But Miami wanted premium picks in return. Hold on, let me see.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Hold on real quick. Let me see. They made a run at Howard to replace Marcus Peters. However, the Dolphins asked for premium picks. Let me see. What did they want? Okay. All right. They don't say. I mean, it's a little bit more there, but wow. Man, that would have been great. Man, if the Ravens had done that, that would have been an awesome move. I don't know how the heck they would have pulled that off, but man, premium picks. I wonder what the Dolphins were.
Yeah, how much they were asking for. I'm sure it had to be at least 1 number 1 and some 2s or something.
No, I ain't giving them
or 3. No, I know. But I think maybe it could have been some. I'm sure they tried for a 1. They said no, and maybe like a 2, 3 or something. But yeah, that definitely would have been good for your team.
Damn.
And it would have been good for Miami, honestly, because he's not playing the way he has been playing in the past. But
man, that's disappointing. Now that I know that, now I'm pissed. Because, like, damn, man. They should have made that happen. That would I'm sorry. All right, anyway.
All right. So you're picking Atlanta, I'm picking New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm picking Atlanta. Yep.
All right. So we got Vegas flying to the Giants after a bye week. Vegas had a bye week last week, playing the Giants, who are coming off a moral victory, maybe, I guess, against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
What you got in this game?
I would call it. Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders, man.
Okay. I'm taking the Giants.
Oh, wait up. You know what?
I'm taking the Giants.
The Raiders are flying to the East Coast.
It's cold.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Giants. I didn't realize.
Game time is gonna be around 50s.
Yeah, so I didn't realize this was a home game. I didn't realize it was a home game. I'm gonna take the Giants on this one.
Okay, well, I'm taking the Giants as well. 4:05 game. We got Chargers flying over here again to play the Eagles. Chargers coming off a tough loss. Eagles coming off a convincing win against Detroit. If you can have a convincing win, but it was. Who you got in this game?
I'm taking the Eagles, man.
Taking the Eagles. I'm taking the Chargers. They can't go 4-4. They have to win this game. I know they had the better quarterback. They really do have the better team. They need this game. I'm taking the Chargers.
All right.
Green Bay minus their quarterback. Now it's the Love movement. The Love movement in his first start facing Kansas City. Now, if this game was normally how it should have been, of course I would have picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
But with Jordan Love going on the road playing at Kansas City, those people are jacked and loud and crazy. I got KC in this one.
Yeah, KC, man.
Arizona on the road. The 101 is facing San Francisco. Who you got?
Is Kyler Murray playing this game? Do we know?
I think he's a game time decision.
You know what? I'm gonna take the 49ers on this one. They're at home. I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers because they play Arizona tough. I'm not sure how healthy he is, but I have them winning this game. The Sunday night game, we got Tennessee traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. Who you got?
Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams, especially without Henry.
Yeah.
And the return of Adrian Peterson. Who? But when they signed him, I was like, I really did like one of those like triple takes. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like Adrian AP. I was like, okay. But I got the Rams winning this one. The Monday night game is Chi-Town. It's an old game, like old times cities and just iron and steel and factories at Chicago at Pittsburgh.
Man.
Who you got?
Unfortunately, I got to take the Steelers, but I'm really going to be a Bears fan this week.
Okay, yeah, I got the Steelers winning this one. And last but not least, it is the Brian Rudy Dan Bowl. On Thursday, we have Baltimore traveling all the way down to MIA to play the Dolphins on Thursday night football. Who you got?
Man, I'm taking the Ravens, man. They better win this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Baltimore. Only because of my reputation. I'm rooting for Miami, but Baltimore's winning this game.
Okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a crazy early part of the season for the NFL, losing quarterbacks, people, the schedules, teams losing games that they shouldn't lose. I think there's going to be more upsets as the season goes along. Hopefully, no more injuries. I hope everybody at least stays healthy. I hope the guy in Seattle, Russ, comes back healthy. Helps that team out. But football's been good. I've actually been watching basketball. Like I was talking to you earlier in the season than I normally have because I feel like there's so many storylines. So I'm just excited we have all these sports to watch, man.
Yep. Yeah, man. Everything. Looking forward to a good day of football today. Continue college. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be good because Washington's not playing. So. Of course, we come out. Our first game after the bye is Tampa. So yeah, that's even better. It's even better.
Oh yeah, playoff.
But also, I did see reports. I don't read news on my team at all. But my team general manager was at the Ole Miss Liberty game because they have two of the top quarterbacks who are eligible to come out in the draft next year. So we are looking at drafting the quarterback. Looks like coming up in the next draft. Thank goodness. Hopefully we get it right. So I'm happy about that. Because we all know we ain't going nowhere this season. Now, again, unless Fitz comes back, because remember, Fitz threw like 2.5 passes where he broke his hip or something. We haven't had him all season. I think we would have had a totally different season because the good Fitz days would have made up for the Heineke kind of days.
Yeah.
And we would have, I'm not saying we would have been like, have a winning record, but at least we probably would be 4-4.
Yeah, you would have been more competitive.
Yeah, definitely more competitive and probably near 500. So, yeah, man. But that's it. You have anything to add?
No, man. Just want to wish everybody a good week.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. Be safe, man.
Yeah, everybody be safe. And next week, more of the same, hopefully. And we're gonna have a non-sports component coming back in the show. We have to. I miss it. We're gonna have it. If it's not Survivor, we'll have. I think we're done with the 80s now because we've been doing the 80s for like a year. Seems like so.
Yeah, we're done with the 80s.
Yeah, I think we need to move to the 90s, and we'll let you know because we're gonna stick to that schedule. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Of course, we're on IG, Facebook, and the Twitter. You can follow us there on the NY to MD podcast. Of course, we're here on StreamYard and YouTube to subscribe and like us. NY to MD podcast, and of course, we're on Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker apps. Anywhere you find podcasts, you will find the NY to MD podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a safe day and a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, y'all.
Let's go, Arsenal.